Namaste, beautiful soul. Welcome once again to Yoga with Vic. Today we're going to tackle something really important. Hot flashes, but not only for women in menopause, which is obviously what I'm thinking of mainly, but even if you're not in menopause, even if you're a man, if you're very hot and you just want to cool down, somewhere in the planet is going to be summer very soon. Somewhere in the planet, summer's gone, but it will come again. So in any case, if you feel too hot, for whatever reason, this is a beautiful practice. So we're going to just slowly go into the different poses, only a few of them. Let's start in child's pose. We all know child's pose, and like my new cushion. Okay, so child's pose, the toes go together, open the hips a little bit, open the knees as much as you want. This is very personal, and then we'll go down. And we go down, and again, you can put the forearms on the ground. You can lift them and extend the arms as much as you want, extending the spine even more. It's again very personal. And if you want to do a supported version and just put a bolster, cushion, pillows in between the legs and just underneath your chest, you can also do that. I mean, if this is a better version for you, the important thing was going to calm the mind. Say hello to the present pathetic nervous system and say, hey, we want to chill, we want to cool down. Normally, the forward folds in general in yoga are kind of calling the parasympathetic nervous system and say, hey, it's time to chill, it's time to relax. We're not in alert. So just go down and breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose. You can give a big sigh through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. As deep as you can, in whichever pose you've decided to stay, whichever variation of child's pose. And let the tailbone drop towards your heels, extending the spine, giving some length, finding spaces, avoiding contraction. And remember to do this, if possible, with an empty stomach, with a little tiny bit of food, because it can create a lot of discomfort. But in case of emergency, you can always do it as long as you don't push inwards the tummy and there's not a lot of stuff just pushing it. Okay, from here we're going to go to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and also a very good classic cats and cows. Again, moving the spine, dropping the belly all the way down, looking ahead without looking up too much, just ahead of us. Shoulder blades coming together, so we drop the chest, and then exhale. Belly comes towards the spine that goes up to the sky, making that beautiful tunnel. Shoulder blades are separating. We're looking into our pubic bones. And inhale, go down. And the sneeze. That's not necessary. Oh, me having a bit of a cold, as you can hear. Exhale. Belly button to the spine. Inhale. And you can close your eyes. Tailbone goes up when your belly goes down. And tailbone comes to the face, or toward the face, obviously. The face is very far away. Inhale, drop the belly. Look ahead, even if it's with your eyes closed. Exhale, spine goes up to the ceiling. Navel to the spine. Empty the belly. And then you can do it to your own rhythm. Don't follow my cues. And if you want to also add a little bit of movement, just make it more organic. That also feels very good. There's no right or wrong. You can go towards one side like a little barrel going around in circles. Something that makes you feel great. Not even good. Fantastic. Whatever works. This feels so good. One side and the other side. You can also go a little bit like an 8 or an infinite sign. This is it organic. Just move the hips, let them loose to make sure the tension disappears. Just dance it a little bit. Maybe play a little bit of your favorite music. Maybe it can be soft, it can be crazy. Maybe you want to just move quicker. Whatever works. Beautiful. Let's go. Sit down in Vajrasana for a second. Hands on the knees. And we can do in the meantime also some breathing techniques. There's some, sorry about my snotty nose. There are some tutorials that show you exactly how to do Shitkari or Sitali. There's 2 different versions. The only thing we have to do is basically inhale through the mouth. Let me show you. And the inhale can be either pursing the lips or putting the teeth together and inhaling the air. So both ways it's going to work. Sometimes you can also do it pursing the lips and putting the tongue like in a little curve, but that's a bit more complicated and it requires a bit of practice. So I'm just going to do the easy version. So it's going to be like, the air is pretty cool. And then close the mouth. Exhale. It can be also with the teeth like a green. So teeth out together and inhale. So either way, the one that you prefer, the one you try, anything, this feels good. Pursing the lips. Like you have a straw. Or doing your little green. And this you can do actually in the middle of a hot flash. If you feel like there's something coming, it's too hot. It happened to me, I'm hiking and this is really hot and I just keep doing it, whichever version. Obviously, if you're walking, you don't close your eyes. Just practice it, whatever makes you feel good. And it's a really good way to cool down the whole body. So keep doing it whenever you have a moment of heat and let me know how it feels. Let's go into Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. This is a really good one. It really relaxes. This is a mild version. Some people like to do shoulder stand, but it's a bit too much if you're not used to it. So Viparita Karani, it is the mild version. If you have a wall, great. If you don't have a wall, just put the legs up. And maybe you can also go with the ankles around, open and close, one way or another. But if you have a wall and you just want to chill, just relax. And stay there maybe for a couple of minutes. Being an inversion, then we are inverting the blood flow. So it's coming the other way around, which stimulates a little bit also the way that the blood is circulating. Doesn't mean you have to be upside down all the time, but it does help. And it's very relaxing for the legs. Especially if you had a long day, you've been walking, standing, whatever it is, it really relaxes your legs. And sometimes you have this twitching in the evening. You know, if you've been accumulating a lot of stress or even just tension. So this really helps. And what we're going to do in the next few poses also helps too. If you sometimes want to open the legs a little bit or a lot, and also relax in the inner thighs, that's also an option. I like doing it a lot. Not everyone is very comfortable when opening the thighs, so it's entirely up to you. But for me, it feels very relaxing to really open the hips, relax the inner thighs again, where there can be tension here, but entirely up to you if you want to stay up here in Viparita karani all the way. And again, if you don't have a wall and you're here, you can also come. Now I've got a wall in the middle and open the legs. Again, very personal. And as I said, if you want to even go back and forth with the ankles or roll them outwards and inwards, whichever way, it's always absolutely fabulous. And another one that's going to help you a lot, Supta konasana, so reclining butterflies. So now we're putting the feet together, soles of the feet together, knees are separately, just falling on the sides. You can put one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, or both hands on the sides. You can be reclining completely on the floor, or again, if you prefer to have a supported one, you can put it a bolster, a pillow on the base of the spine, and just lean on it, and even put a block here and put it a little bit higher if that works better. Whatever works for you. This is a more opening. Actually, I'm going to leave this one for the next one. But you can use it if that feels good. I'm just going to go all the way to Supta konasana, so reclining butterfly, opening the hips again as we were doing before, really relaxing them. Relax the shoulders, maybe close your eyes so have a soft gaze towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Again, if you want to practice also from time to time your shitkari or your shitali. In the meantime, feel free to decide. It's entirely up to you. The important thing is your breath is slow, controlled, no choppy, and you keep breathing. From here, I'm going to move into a very similar pose. It's fish. Fish pose is not a very common one. Well, we don't do it a lot. It doesn't mean that it's not common. Which looks like this, but we're not going to go there to the full fish. We're going to do supported fish. So again, we're going to get hold of the bolster, put it on the base of the spine. Legs are going to go ahead. And then we're going to go on the bolster, open the chest, leave the hands on the side, opening, exposing the chest. So completely the opposite of what we're doing at the beginning, going forward, but relaxing all the chest. And then if you want to just leave the legs straight, sometimes people like to put them bent because it feels more comfortable in the lower back. It's entirely up to you. Well, we were like this before, Supta konasana. I'm just going to make them straight now. But find your pose. Open the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Maybe close the eyes. slightly. And again, feel free to stay as long as you wish. Just come up. We're going to be doing another facing upwards. I'm going to just grab the blocks, but you can also use the bolster. Both are going to work very nicely. We're going to go to Supta bananas. What's Supta bananas? Anyway, bridge pose. Just made out a really weird name. So you're going to bring your heels towards your butt. Hands are going to be on the ground. That will be the bridge pose, just lifting the butt, lifting the hips towards the sky. But we're not going to do an active one. So we're going to do a supported bridge because I want you to relax. I don't want you to get tension. You can do the lower, the mid, or the high. So the lower will be here, which is slightly supported. The mid one, just always in the coccyx, so they're in the tailbone, supporting the tailbone. That probably is the easiest one and the mildest one. Of course, the other one is even milder. But if you want to go a little bit higher, just put it up, put it right at the base of the spine. And here you are. Bring the legs towards you and opening the chest as we were doing right now. Also, so we open the chest, hips go up, a mild inversion. So the heart is slightly higher than the head. If this is too high, please go to the middle or just use the bolster. The important thing is you lift the hips a little bit and invert the flow of blood in different directions. Again, open the hips, relaxing all the front of the body, ensuring the tension goes and disappears. And if you want to straighten the legs, that's another option. Some people feel this is really good. When you have a block like me, it's a bit of a balance. And if you have also a block like mine, which is wooden, pretty hard, it might feel a bit uncomfortable. For me, it's fine. I'm used to it. But some people might think, oh God, what is going on here? So maybe you want to use the bolster or a softer block. In any case, for me, for instance, this feels absolutely fantastic because it really opens the hip flexors and everything else. And it relaxes a lot, the whole body. And bring the feet back. Lift the hips. Release the bolster or the block or whatever you had in there. Let's come up. And let's do a little bit more of forward falling to compensate also the opening we had. Just bring the left sole to the right inner thigh. Bring it all up. And forward again, we're not doing anything too strenuous. So you don't have to go all the way down. Just a bit of forward falling. And again, if you want to put maybe the block underneath your forehead, just to chill, relax, and not have anything hanging. Or across. Here you go. I've got my surface here. And as I was saying in the beginning, we're just calling the parasympathetic nervous system the relaxing one, saying, hey, here we are, we're just chilling. No fight or fright. No freaking out. And then come back. Let's change the right sole to the inner thigh of the left. And then we go up. We go down. And again, you can just hang in here. You can use a block and put it underneath your forehead or not. You can have support or just leave it hanging. Entirely up to you. Just relax. release. And we're going to do it with both legs. So extend the legs. And then again, if you want to use the block, you want to go up. Dandasana, really make yourself super tall. And then start forward folding. And then again, it's not about hunching this spine and creating that. It's about lengthening the spine. And then you can just be here, which is perfectly fine. Maybe you don't even need the block because it's too far away. Or maybe you want to make yourself a little bridge here. I'm making some architecture. And you just go and forward fold here. Chilling, falling onto the bolster. You might have a stack of pillows, a little mountain, whatever it is. You open the legs a little bit. The important thing is you're going inwards. You're forward folding. And you're telling your body, hey, relax. We are fine. We're safe. And keep breathing. Normally, I would insist a lot on putting the toes up to the sky. I know when you're just trying to relax here, you forget about the toes. But our big aim is not here just to stretch the hamstring. It's more to find that beautiful forward fold and to tap into our nervous system. So don't worry too much if your toes are not looking up. Perfectly fine, not a problem at all. And slowly come up. Destroy the beautiful architecture you've created. And guess what? We're just going to chill. Not that we've been not chilling, we've been trying to chill quite a lot. So let's go back to Shavasana. Open the arms a little bit, open the legs a little bit to the degree that feels absolutely fantastic. If you think, hey, I really like that Supta baddha konasana, putting the feet together, and I want to repeat that, feel free to do so. If you want to do your standard Shavasana, because otherwise you're missing it, do so too. And just breathe. Observe your body. You've opened the chest, you've opened the hips, you've relaxed the shoulders. So wherever there was a bit of tension, we've released it softly. We've opened up to the sky, and we've also forward folded. Just gave signals to our body to calm down. The thermostat to stay low. Now you just have to tell yourself you're safe. You're perfect. Your body's regulating itself. And you're going to be absolutely fine. More than fine. You're going to be thriving. And I invite you to stay in Shavasana and maybe fall asleep. But if you think, hey, coming up, I'm actually rolling to bed. You can come through one side or the other side, maybe to the left. Push yourself to the sitting position. Cross your legs, no matter which leg goes in front of it. And your hands in front of your chest, bowing the chin slightly, looking inwards to that beautiful heart of yours. Keep telling your body how amazing it is and how it has the power to do anything you ask it. ask her to just come down, it will come down. If I ask her to go crazy, it will go crazy. So be mindful of whatever you're telling your body. And we're just telling it to come down. Slowly open your eyes with a big smile. Here we are back. And I hope you're feeling already the chilliness. So you can either just go ahead with your day in a very chill way. You can maybe roll into bed. And now you're ready just to have a very peaceful sleep. Or if you're in the middle of the day, you decided just to cool down, that your afternoon, evening is going to be way chillier in many senses. And whatever you decide to do, just keep maybe this, if you don't remember all the different poses, maybe you want to practice one or the other. Maybe you want to share it with someone when you realize how cool this is and say, hey, this is a great thing to practice. Or if you just want to have it, somewhere in your YouTube or whatever it is that it's kept there to reference in any occasion, saved, whatever you do to keep it. I don't know if you can download it anywhere. I don't think you need to. In any case, let me know in the comments, how did it go? How did it feel? How does it feel when you repeat it time after time? If it really impacts your hot flashes, if you have them. And I'll be incredibly happy to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed, remember subscribe, because there's a lot coming. There's a lot already gone, but there's a lot coming your way if you want to also deal with that beautiful space of life, which is menopause, and any other spaces of life and phases that you have. In any case, I'm always grateful having you on board. See you very shortly. Namaste.